Hello there, Aquarius. Welcome to Dragontail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your May 2021 overall monthly reading. We will be looking at the tarot, your astrological transits, and also the oracle cards to see what is going on with you and what to expect energetically for this month ahead. I hope you all are doing great out there. It is always wonderful to welcome my Aquarius folks back to the channel, and thank you so much out there as well to my new and returning subscribers. I hope you are all doing great, and I'm so happy to have you here. So Aquarius, let's take a peek. Let's talk about just a few quick notes first, that these are general readings as always. They will not resonate with every single Aquarius out there, so please take what makes sense and leave the rest behind. These will mostly resonate with Aquarius Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising placements, so do check your personal natal chart to get even more details on yourself. You will get more out of any reading you watch on YouTube by knowing your main planetary placements, because even if you don't have Venus, the Moon, Rising, or anything else in Aquarius, you might have other outer planets in that sign that do affect you, or you may be cross-watching for an Aquarius. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information on the card decks that I use, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all those links and information will be down below in the description box. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull some oracle cards to get some main themes and keywords for you. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please show us what you have for our beautiful Aquarians out there for the month of May 2021. Please show us whatever messages, information, and guidance that they most need for their highest good. Thank you so much, as always. Oh, Aquarius, it is a month of action. That is your key word from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. Beautiful. So to me, this is a nice energy, nice feeling. It really shows that there may be some action taking after a lot of thinking things over, even times of procrastination or stagnation, and things are starting to move. And I love how we see, the tide coming in. It really shows, maybe the tide is finally turning in your favor. Things that you've put out to the universe or put out, investment wise, are coming back to you. So this is definitely going to be a busy month. Astrologically, I would also say that the month of May looks like it's going to be very busy. We have a lot of different planetary events and transits happening this month. And so anytime I see that as an astrologer, I can always say, yeah, May will be a busier month than April was. That's how I feel about it. So let's get into your numerology. Let's pull a special number and keyword for you. Ooh, nice. So double up that 7, Aquarius. To me, the number 7 in numerology is always one that deals with, spiritual pursuits, action forward, taking the initiative, taking a position of leadership, and going forward in the direction of your dreams. It's also the number 7 is the Chariot card in the major arcana of the tarot. So to me, it is a card of personal progress as well, really understanding, the two sides of yourself, the darker side and the lighter side, right? We all have that within. And so I believe that as you go forward, doubling up that 7, this is really taking you on that spiritual journey, understanding yourself, and really integrating even deeper into that spiritual life very powerfully. So let's get into a crystal and chakra card. We're going to see which one of these are best for you to work with for May. Nice. All right. So the peridot is coming up for you, Aquarius. One of my favorite little gemstones. It's hard to find large amounts of this. I think I have I do. I have one teeny little little peridot here on my desk. It's hard to get really large pieces of it because it is a semi-precious gemstone, and therefore, sometimes it can be kind of expensive, especially if it's a shinier cut. But the peridot is a great heart chakra activator. It teaches us a lot about our emotions and about our inner self. And it helps to bring our heart out of stagnation. It makes our heart chakra energy more available and more active. So if you've sort of been in that place where maybe it's hard to express your feelings or hard to share how you feel with somebody, This will help you a lot. This little gemstone is a wonderful little baby. Even if you've just got a little piece of it, or you just put that in a little, you know, pendant, or you just work with it when you're doing, you know, just meditation, that's a great way to work with the peridot. So let's get into a spirit guide or guardian that will be coming through for you for the month of May. Let's see who is going to be here for Aquarius, please. Oh, I love her. Yes, I actually have a Kuan Yin statue over in the other corner of this room. Care and compassion, choose to be love, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand. Kuan Yin is the bodhisattva of compassion. Actually, let me look up. There's a little book that comes with this. I love talking about her, so I'm going to read just a little more for you. And you know, Kuan Yin is many times pictured as traveling on the back of a dragon. So she has a beautiful connection with dragons as well. So Kuan Yin, the bodhisattva, is the goddess of mercy, compassion, and love. Though she is acknowledged in Buddhism and the traditions of China, she goes beyond religion and warms the hearts of all who call on her. She has a strong connection to healing energy or Reiki and encourages people to offer care, forgiveness, and compassion to themselves and others. Compassion is about recognizing the spirit in others. It's about seeing that they come from the same source as you do. Woo! I just get like, I can feel like all over, like I'm just getting like those good chills when I talk about her. She is a wonderful being to work with. So Aquarius, definitely a beautiful journey this month of activity, spirituality and integration, heart chakra getting really activated, and learning and teaching a lot of lessons back and forth around, you know, compassion and forgiveness for yourself as well as for others. Yay. So let's move Mr. Dragon on here. I'm going to shuffle up your tarot and I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about the astrology of the month as we do that. So Aquarius, I feel that this month is going to have a lot of shift in it for you, and the reason is because we start out the month of May with a lot of Taurus energy. Taurus energy is not always the easiest for Aquarius because it does represent that square, that 90-degree angle in astrology, and so it is more challenging. It can make things feel a little harder or create more of a feeling of pressure inside you when you're going through that. So don't be surprised if, you know, this last part of April, earlier part of May has been kind of a little tough. Like, it's been hard to be patient. It's been hard to kind of hunker down and do things. But at the same time, you also feel like action has to be taken because things aren't going to get going all by themselves without you getting motivated and doing something to create that change. However, the very nice thing that's going to happen for you this month is that as we set into May the 3rd, May the 8th, those 2 days, Mercury, our planet of communication, Venus, our planet of love, will both move into Gemini. Gemini is a fellow air sign energy, so now it's going to start creating a trine to your sign, and I think it's going to feel a whole lot better. You will feel more active. You will feel more comfortable talking and speaking what you're feeling. And so I think that will help your communication flow, your love and friendship flow a whole lot nicer. And then the sun on the 20th will be moving from the sign of Taurus into Gemini as well. So this is also another positive and welcome change. You will be going away from the square energy of Taurus to the trine energy of Gemini. The squares are the hardest aspect, the trines are the easiest. So you're literally going from a place of the most challenge to a place of the most flow astrologically. And I think that's going to help you quite a lot. We also have a big full moon lunar eclipse coming at the end of the month in the sign of Sagittarius. That is on the 26th of May. That's a very positive transit for you as well. Saturn will be going retrograde in your sign. So that's happening as well at the end of the month, which gives you a little bit of relaxation from some of the hard lessons and all the serious energy that has been going on with you, Aquarius. You are stepping up quite a lot. You're growing, you're developing, you're maturing, no matter your chronological age, because Saturn's presence in your sign for the next couple of years is really creating that in your life. It is a good thing. Working with the energy of Saturn may be tough. It may be difficult. I get it. I'm a Capricorn. That's our ruling planet. But the results of the efforts are always worth it. It is pure gold in the long run. So if you've got to work hard towards something, Aquarius, do not be afraid. Do not be frustrated or set back by that, because this has really got something good for you in the long run. So let's look at your tarot. I'm excited to see what's going to come up for you. We're going to use the Angel Wisdom deck for the main spread and clarify with the everyday. Please, Spirit, show us what you have May 2021 for Aquarius, please. Yeah, I feel this. Very nice, active, warm heart energy. Right at the center, we have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, and she's sitting on that dragon throne, of course. This is a passionate, fiery, active queen. She is a Leo energy, so she's very heart-ruled, very heart-motivated. She's very magical. She knows all about the spirit world and the esoteric. She sits there holding her little black cat, which is that little symbol of magic and good luck. And so she is very open-hearted, very generous, very warm, very giving. She really doesn't hold back. She doesn't hold back, expressing love and expressing herself to the people that she cares about. Very talented. It's reminding you to believe in yourself. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. And there is a need for a balance between career and personal life. If one has been suffering for the other, you might want to make a little more time for whichever one is out of balance there. Page of Pentacles, yeah, and you're really thinking right now, this is a great month, Aquarius. Right now you are in a great energy. At the heart of this Celtic cross, we've got the Page of Pentacles, which is, to me, the little adventure of the tarot, and so that shows that you're ready to really kind of start to make an investment, kind of putting your money where your mouth is, or putting your money where your heart is. It's like, my heart is here, and now I'm really ready to invest in this. It's not just financial investment, it's also the investment of your time, your heart, your patience, all of that going into it. In the immediate past, I do feel like you may have been working too hard, Aquarius. There's really this balance on the tightrope, right? It's like you've really had to take things very much one day at a time. You haven't been allowed very much to think much past the here and now into the future, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The Two of Pentacles is a card that's all about staying in the moment. You might be juggling different priorities and things that you've got to take care of. But definitely, again, it's this need to bring balance and joy back into your life as well. Wow, and look at this with the Lovers card. So Aquarius, you may have been feeling recently, or even right now, that it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so busy with work, I haven't had much time for love, I haven't had much time for my personal life. And this is kind of coming up here as well in the middle, that it's like, make time to balance the two aspects between, your work and your love life, so that both of them can flourish, right? But it also tells me that your love is very strong. The Lover's card always denotes a strong kind of passionate connection or love. It is also a strong Gemini energy. And so again, communication is very important. It's, even if you're really busy, sometimes just those little messages to somebody, just a little heart emoji or just something, to tell the person that you love them and you're thinking about them, that makes all the difference. Is just letting them know, I might be really busy, I might be overwhelmed with some things, but my heart is still there with you. Very nice. So going into the immediate future, yes, there's going to be some decisions that need to be made, but what I feel, because of the way the rest of this reading looks, is that this yet again is a reminder of the need for balance. Two of Pentacles in the immediate past, Two of Swords in the immediate future. This is a Libra card as well, so it is that scales of balance, and it's important to really, make those decisions. Follow your own heart rather than trying to please everyone else. Don't overanalyze or overthink situations. This is definitely a time for action, not pondering over it too much. Go with your feelings. Sometimes you can get really caught in your head, Aquarius. It's important to feel with your heart. But I feel like once you make these decisions and when you get into a more balanced place, it's super positive. The Sun card is one of the most positive cards of the tarot, And I feel like once you come out of that procrastination, you start to take action, you're going to feel more balanced. And as a result, like positive benefits are just going to rain down on you. Greater joy is going to come in. Your heart is just going to be, you know, it reminds me of the old Grinch that Stole Christmas when his heart gets big. It's like, that's what it's like. Your heart is just going to grow even bigger. So what you're focused on, subconscious position in the bottom of the spread, is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is clarity, it's victory, it's overcoming obstacles, having faith that things will work out. This is Spirit really coming in and granting you clarity, granting you victory. Archangel Michael, very connected with this card, very much on your side. So yet again, I think you're very focused on getting things right. You're focused on saying the right thing, communicating well and clearly. You're really ready to cut through all the BS and get right to the heart of what you want. You're ready to go, Aquarius. Very nice energy for you. Woo, we got our Devil card. Yes! That's our Capricorn energy. So you might be really thinking about a victory with a Capricorn. That's very possible. But the Capricorn energy of the Devil can also show where you work too hard, right? Because I would say that that's the most negative side. One of the most negative sides of Capricorn energy is sometimes they can really be a workaholic, you know, to the point that they're not having any fun, they're not enjoying their life, they feel literally chained to their desk at work. And so I think that that's part of it as well for you, is balancing that yet again, especially if you feel like you've just been working too hard. It's time to just take a little break, Aquarius. Get as much rest as you can. Take those naps. And yes, like I said, you might be looking for a success or a victory with a Capricorn, or a success or victory with your job or your work. On the top, crowning the spread message from Spirit, is the Moon card, Pisces energy. So this is very sensitive, perceptive. Again, this is that feeling that you need to feel things out sometimes rather than overthink them. Listen to signs from the divine. Let go of unnecessary worries or fears. There will be revelations that will make everything crystal clear for you. So don't fall into worry or negative thinking here, Aquarius. Just believe in the best. Listen to your heart. It's going to be okay. Eight of Pentacles, yes. And also, just do the work one day at a time. Don't get too worried about what's coming in the future. Just do the best you can each day with this Eight of Pentacles. To me, this is a definite slow and steady wins the race kind of card. It also shows you that, you know, if you've got concerns or fears or worries about work, it's like, don't worry too much about what's coming next. Do really good work. This is, you know, to me, the Eight of Pentacles is like doing a really good job at something. It's skilled work, right? It's putting all of your ability into something. So when you do that one day at a time and you don't worry too much about, well, what is this going to do? Where is it going to go? How is it going to lead? That helps you actually to enjoy the moment more when you're really focused on just doing, you know, your best work each day, each moment. So let's get into some advice for you, Aquarius. This is a beautiful reading so far here. Yes, 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 yes. Very nice energy, okay? So one of my favorite cards in the tarot is your suggested approach. Suggested advice is really the Six of Swords. Leaving behind the difficult times, the old troubled choppy waters for the smoother, clearer waters ahead. So I really do feel like you're making a conscious decision. It's like, instead of to stir up trouble, turmoil, or engage with people who are gossips or just will say things just to push your buttons, or, you know, just kind of troublemakers, it's like you're really making this decision to get away from all that drama. It can be the end of challenging times, things looking up, and a welcome relief. Getting to a more peaceful place, the end of depression or an illness, you know. It can also be travel. You know, travel it could be in the plans or in the works for you. So let's clarify this card for you. And then we have the Page of Cups. So this is so beautiful. To me, this is a lot of messages that are very loving, very kind, very sweet, very compassionate. You know, Kuan Yin, like we said, is, you know, a goddess of compassion. So I feel like there is a lot of compassion. The other thing I just noticed, I was looking really like close at the boat because there's something written on it. And it says Vita Nova, which I think means new life, like literally. So heading to a new life. Oh my gosh, heading to, you know, new breakthroughs and emotional communication. That is so nice. So here we are, what you need to know. Four of Pentacles. You may be feeling like you've got to be really careful with the money. You may be a little bit worried about not having enough. So, you know, pay attention to any of those extremes, because that Four of Coins can sometimes be that slightly miserly kind of energy where you won't give or you won't spend anything because you're so worried that you won't have enough coming in. So just be, you know, balanced about your decisions. I don't want you to get overly worried about money or finances. Be wise with your resources, but don't go to extremes of feeling like you can't take care of yourself at all. Queen of Wands, yes, baby, she is coming back out again. There she is with her little black cat, that Leo queen. So to me, yet again, wow, I could see this in a couple ways. For some of you, you may be worried about, well, I wanted to have a more creative career or hobby, or I want to be doing something that's more creative or really expresses my, you know, my unique voice a little bit more, but I'm worried that I'm not going to have enough money if I do that. That's a real, like, way you could read that literally. It's also telling me that it's fine if you get creative about how you make your money, or get a little bit creative about how you manage your resources. And it's also reminding you, the Queen of Wands is that very generous heart. She gives very freely because she knows that she'll always have more where that comes from. She's kind of the indistinguishable, what's a word? You can't extinguish, unextinguishable flame. There she is. You know, it's like you might try to throw water on the Queen of Wands. That fire is going to just come right back. You can't put her out for long. And so to me, that's a very important thing. It's at the center of your heart, of your Celtic cross. And here she is coming in again. So absolutely glow your light, burn your flame. Don't be afraid, because I think that anything that you give will come back to you equally, but don't get into a fear-based pattern about that. Hopes and fears is the wise counselor. So Aquarius, I feel like you might be concerned about getting good advice. You might be concerned about, you know, a devotion or a commitment from someone. You really are hoping that that's all going to work out, but you might also be a little bit afraid at times that it won't. So let's see what we've got. This is Taurus energy, you know, and like I said, the Taurus energy can be a little bit tougher for you, and you may be feeling this a little bit more in the beginning of the month, but I think it will work out for you, because hopes and fears is a more ephemeral position. It's not the actuality. It's simply our hopes and our fears. And the Justice. Wow. So I think you're also hoping for some fairness. Some of you even might be looking for a good outcome in a court case and hoping for the best, but, you know, kind of fearing or, you know, preparing for the worst. So there is this balance energy there, Taurus and Libra energy. And for some of you, you may be really hoping that somebody is going to commit to you just as strongly as you're committed to them. That's a very strong message there as well. Now, on top of this, we have the, you know, the High Priest of the Wise Counselor. We had the Moon card, which is very lunar energy, Pisces energy. And our potential outcome card, look at that, the High Priestess. So again, very lunar, very, you know, soul connected, moon connected energy. So yeah, that full moon lunar eclipse at the end of the month, that's going to be nice and strong for you. So meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. It's time to develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom you receive. Wow. And you can see, like, it's the same angel. It's the same angel in the Moon card and the High Priestess. I'm just pointing that out. Yeah, because it's a very similar energy. Very similar. I think that this is one of those months where, you know, it's more important. You got that Queen of Wands twice. She's a very fire, you know, energy. Then you've got this lunar energy coming in, very much like you've got sun and moon. And so you don't always want to just lean on your logic. Your logic is very strong, Aquarius. You do have a brilliant mind. You are able to strategize and plan like no other. But there's this really important need to balance that this month with your intuition, with your perceptions, with your emotional and psychic feelings. So let's clarify that High Priestess as well. Yes, here we go. It's exactly what I'm talking about, because here's that Nine of Swords. When you get too deep into the Nine of Swords and you start worrying and you start getting into that, you know, oh my gosh, you're tearing yourself up. You can't sleep. You can't think because your mind won't turn off. And so this is why this is coming in. It's like this is that huge reminder, because if you lean only on your mind and your mind isn't helping you out and it's not giving you all the answers you seek every moment, you got to tune into the soul, into the heart, into the emotions to help you get through any of those worries, any of those fears that keep you up late at night, Aquarius. On the bottom, we have the Nine of Cups. So that is definitely a card of going towards your wishes and dreams, your hopes and, you know, hopes and dreams becoming reality. It's a very magical time of good fortune. And on the bottom of the everyday, we have the Two of Cups. So when it comes to love, Aquarius, I feel like you may be getting a lot of your wishes and hopes fulfilled romantically. There's something that's very good. You may be still working on it because the Nine of Cups isn't quite the 10, but the 10 is coming. That's how it feels to me. Overall, this is a great looking month. You've got some basic things to watch out for and some things that you can do to help alleviate some of those fears, some of those anxieties. But really, the Queen of Wands is big time here. So be generous, be emotionally open, and shine your light brightly, Aquarius. Let's get a affirmation on this for you. Ooh, nice. Nice card. Transformation is coming up for you, Aquarius. So absolutely, I feel like you are being transformed. And it's not in some kind of big crash, boom, bang, horrible way or something that's really like, you know, destructive or super chaotic. This is just like a natural progression of your soul experience, your spiritual experience, you becoming more you, right? Leaving behind some of the drama, some of the chaos, making that very conscious choice to go in a better direction. So this is the fairy oracle. So this fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. Yes, Aquarius, it is. All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have not yet done so, I hope you will subscribe to the channel and join the Dragon family. And I'll be seeing you again very soon. Take care.